Right, welcome back. Yeah, as the title says, we're looking at a water leak on that unit there. Believe it or not, it's not that tile. That's where the connectors popped off in the past. We have got this Mitsubishi electric wall mount. You'll see there, look, we've got a little Aspen mini lime on there. We're actually in a kitchen, and it is a normal style wall mount, so this thing tends to get absolutely caked with crap and grease, and my suspicion is that it's all gone down the train into the pump. That's going to need a good clean out, hoping that the pump survived. It's just been blocked and that float's not been able to lift. It is on the list for a deep clean, so today we are just going to go ahead and give it a deep clean anyway. It basically, you see these two sort of fridge freezers here? I'm guessing that this unit was installed to probably aid cooling the condensers down for the fridges, so it does work, but yeah, I've been informed that it's leaking water everywhere, so we'll whip up, we'll have a look inside that pump. I know it's due for a deep clean, so I'll show you in there. I've bought some gear, so yeah, I think we'll get this one stripped down, give it a bit of a wash. I do like these little Mitsubishi units. You know what size this is, a little 5 kilowatt unit, but this style are pretty simple to break down, to strip down. So we'll have a look at how you take this one apart. You'll see it looks pretty grimy, and then let's see if I can show you inside here. I don't know how well that's going to show up, not very well I don't think, but trust me when I say this is well overdue a clean. Filters are probably pretty good. Yeah, so the filters are pretty good, but it doesn't look too bad on camera, but I'll show you, look, definitely the fan scroll in there is cake, so we're going to whip that out and we'll give that a clean.
The first thing we need to do is just get this door access or filter access panel off. It's just simply just lift it up, give it a pull there, and then that should pop out, look. Same for that one. I'm just going to store this down here, get this out of the way. Next up, we're going to get these filters out. Just pull them up, pull them out. I'm sure you all know that one as well. I'm just going to whip that out. I'm just going to throw these out of the way as well. Next thing we need to do is just get rid of these vanes or louvers, whatever you want to call them. You've got this sliding tab on these ones, so you got one there and one there. Get yourself a little poking device. I've just got one of these little weird flat blade drivers. And then you need to just push that through there, so push that like that, and then see if we can get this one as well, just pop that through there like that, and then basically this will pull out of here. So you see the flex on that, if you bend that in the middle you'll be able to pull one side off like that, and then the other side should just, there you go, pull out like that. We need to do the same with this lower one, so I'm just going to spin that around again. We're just going to pop them through there, but look at that. You'll see how grimy that is. Definitely needs a good clean. So yeah, let's pop this louver off. So just push that one through, and then push that one through there like that. Bend it again and just give it a pull. Next up, we want to take this this casing off with this front cover, whatever you call it. There's a screw under that cover there. And then there's another one under that cover there. They just pop off like that. Look. Little Phillips screw under there, so we need to get them undone. And again, pop that one off. One under there, look. Other manufacturers though, they do have screws in other places. So sometimes along here, you might find them, and possibly in other different areas. So I'm going to whip these off, and then we'll take this off. Once you got these screws out, you just want to pull this cover off, so it's best to start over from this left hand side. Look, just give it a bit of a pull, and then you can sort of work your way along there. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but just give it a good pull, like hold on, there you go, like that, look. And then there's like tabs at the top, so again you just want to give it a good pull. So I'll see if I can do this with one hand. Just gonna pull that, there you go, look, and then just literally pull it off. Try not to damage anything. Actually, there's these little tabs that I was on about. You got 1, 2, 3, and then that one there, and they just sit in lock. You can see over there, they're basically just pushing there, look, the top of the unit. So when you go to put that back on, just give it a little bang, little knock, and it'll should go back into place. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. Need to get all this stripped down, or just to give all that a wash. Next thing, we're going to want to get the little drip tray out. But this little LED panel here on this one just moves out of the way like that, so you want to just push that out of the way. And there's your cables to your 2 lube or vane motors. So you got the upper and the lower one. Tiny little plugs, but you can just pull them out, unplug them, get them out of your way, ready to get this drying pan out. No screws on this. This particular unit, it's not screwed on. You just got these little locating pegs, one there, look in the middle, and then this one here over to the right. So you literally just give it a pull, and then pop out like so. If you drop that down a bit, obviously we've still got the louvers motors plugged in. Yeah, it's pretty grim. You can see that a load of crap's gone down there, so that definitely needs taking out, needs a wash. The outlet's not blocked though, so just needs a good clean, to be fair. Get a better look at the fan though, look. See all the crap hanging off the fan. That's why I want to get this out and give all that a good washing. It does take a while actually to clean these fans under that fan, but definitely needs doing, look. Caked. So yeah. We'll get this drip tray off and then try and get that fan out. And there you go, look, so I've unplugged the 2 louver motors or vane motors, and then you're just left with that, and that's the drain connection. Literally, look, you're just going to give that a pull. Not be able to do it one-handed, but I'm just going to pull that off and then get that drying pan out of the way. Yeah, so a little look at this drying pan. These are seen better days, well overdue for a wash, so we'll get that washed. Now we're going to want to try and get this fan out. In order to do that, we need to remove this coil, not remove this coil, just pull that coil forward to get that fan out. Spin the fan round and you will see there should be a little grub screw just about there, look where that hole is. On these Mitsubishis, there's a little Phillips, so you can just get your screwdriver in there, get that undone. Just like so. I like to use these big long reach wearers, quite good for stripping out fans, to be fair. So get that undone. Now we've got 3 screws, got one there, look, we've got that one there, and then there's another one that sits further back, so that one down there. I like to use the long reach wearer to get into that one, to be fair, makes it a bit easier. So we're going to whip them off. I'm going to start by getting this top one off. Once we've got these off, that'll allow us to sort of pull this coil forward a bit. So with them undone, we can basically just give this a pull. Obviously be gentle because it's still connected to the refrigerator here, but if you give it a good pull, it does move enough, look, in order to get that fan out. But just be gentle, don't go pulling it off the wall. There's a fan, you see there, looks an end bearing, so if you take that off, you can should just slide off, and that's the end bearing where it sits in that end, so you can just move that out of the way. And then this should drop down if you've undone the grub screw far enough. Give yourself enough room by moving that coil, and then if you just pull it down like that, you should be able to just pull it off the spindle on the other end, providing you've done that grub screw like that. Slide it out, not trying to damage the coil. And there you go, look, could have a little bit of a better look in there. You see it's a bit nasty. This fan scroll is a bit nasty as well. There's the spindle from the fan motor, look what the grub screw sort of fixes onto. The other end, like I said, that's where that end bearing sits in there. I'm going to get this tank off this little mini line as well. I'm pretty sure you will know, but you literally just, you can just unclip the tank from the bottom, pull that tank off, just take that hose off there, drain it down. We can give that a clean, see if we can save it. Oh, there you go, look. Obviously it's full of crap. You see that mesh at the front, look, see how that stuff gummed in there? No wonder it's leaking water, because there's no water able to get in the pump by the look of it. We've got all the stuff taken off, that's our pile of stuff. So before I clean this, I'm going to show you a quick video I did ages ago on how quick it is to get a fan out of one of these.
There you go, look. Hopefully you can see how much cleaner that is. Look at that. They are a pain to clean, to be honest, these things when they're caked in grease. It takes a lot of effort to get all the stuff out. You see on the floor, look, that's all the stuff that I've blasted out of there. Yeah, and it does take a bit of time, but worth it in the end. That's looking nice and fresh now. Also, we've got the drip tray looking a lot cleaner. You'll see, look, I've given that a good scrubbing, so that one's good to go. I did forget to mention though, on the top of this, obviously you've got these louver or bay motors, so I'll just try and keep any water away from them. I don't really want to be drowning them with water, so yeah, that's good to go. And look at that, you'll see there, look, all gummed up inside that gauze, so definitely don't think any water was getting past there, which is probably why the unit was leaking water, but whether the pump still works or not, I don't know, but look at that. Right, let's get some of this crap out of there. There you go, all that gunk. Obviously that little gauze or filter has got blocked, and then it's just yeah, all that crap in there looks gathered, so you'll see it on there. Look, just going to give it a spray. We'll get that tank and that little gauze cleaned, and then I'm hoping that the pump's still alright, but we'll soon see. That's what it's supposed to look like, so we've got that nice and clean now. Believe it or not, I do actually clean this thing quite regularly on the maintenance, and it still ends up getting full of crap like that, so I might have to look at getting some of these little stay clean tablets to put in the bottom of the tray to try and help. We're back inside, and I've got one of these cleaning covers on the unit. You'll see it goes down here, look, and then drop that into a bucket, so just going to stop all the crap from going everywhere when I spray this. We're going to obviously going to hit this with some coil cleaner, rinse it off, so I want to catch all that crap if I can. Just a close look at this. So you get a couple of holes in these. You get sort of one on this side so you can get your hand in. They've got like an elastic elastic bit around the outside. Obviously you get this like funnel thing that goes down into the bucket. So I think what we'll do, we'll hit this with a bit of coil cleaner. I'll give that a little spray, so I'm just going to let that do its magic. I do like to agitate it. I've got one of these detailing brushes, so yeah, I'm just going to agitate it all, to be fair, and then we'll just leave that to hopefully loosen some of this grease. I know I've showed you the Karcher before. This is the OC3. This is what I like to use when I'm doing an indoor sort of coil clean or deep clean. It's got this removable compartment there, look, and then really small handy nozzle, so this is what I like to use this. Just pulls out there, look, and then you can put this tank back on there. I do like the fact that it's so portable, so I can just switch this on and then I can just carry this in. Don't take up hardly any room, to be fair. Ooh, look at that. I've purposely left that in there just to show you the colour, but yeah, look at that. Proper black, proper green. So I'm just going to empty this out, and then I'm just going to flush this out a couple more times. It's starting to run clear now, so I'm just going to give it one more flush through, but yeah, look at that. Although the coil didn't look that bad, that's what's come off it. Like I say, it's starting to run clear now. I'll probably just give it one or two more passes through just to make sure all that clean has come off, but yeah, definitely well overdue. We're all nice and clean now. I've given that pump a little clean up. Under where the fan sits, that all looks nice and shiny now. That's come up well. I'm happy with that. The coil's running clear. I've passed over that a few times. It doesn't actually look that clear on the camera for some reason. We'll clean it, but I can assure you it's nice and bright. I think it's just the water that's making it look a bit dirty, but that's come up well. I'm happy with that. So like I said, it's running clear now when I blast over that, so we'll start putting this thing back together. It literally is the reverse order of what you've already seen. So I've got all my gear there. We're just going to put it back in the opposite way that we took it out. Now, one thing I like to do, this is the end bearing, so you see that black stuff there, that is bearing grease. I like to put some around that spindle there and then just stick a bit in the actual bearing. I've probably put way too much on here, so I need to clean some off, but yeah, basically just push that on there, because obviously it is a bearing, the fan's going to spin on that, so pop a bit of grease on there if you can. Oh man, I've had a schoolboy error. You see that grub screw that sits in there? Well, I've lost it. I reckon when I was blasting this out with water outside, that it's probably fell out. You should always probably tie that out and just keep that safe.
Luckily, I've got this little Festool box. I've showed this before. Just keep loads of little bits, handy things in here. So old screws off old units, fuses, Wago, stuff like that. And there you go, look. I've actually found something that will fit in there. So this little thing, this has got me out of trouble today. I can't find that screw anywhere. So thank the Lord for this thing. So yeah, let's go and get this fan put back in anyway.
Oh, I completely forgot to take this out and wash it, so just pulled this off. Probably going to reuse it, so you see there's like crap in there. There we go. So that's yeah, there's some crap coming out of there. To be fair, we can get some to come out this end. There we go. Look at that. So, yeah, I'm going to rinse this out. Fans back in. That's all looking good. So next up we're just going to pop the drip tray back in. That's the drip tray back in, so that's all clipped in. We just got to get the front cover on and get the pump back on, all the filters, everything back in. But obviously I've plugged all the louver motors in as well, so yeah, I'll just pop the rest back on. Just before I put the pump back on, I just took off this little anti-siphon, and I don't know how, it's just, I don't even know what that is, but see there, look, there's a little bit of crap shoved in there, so I don't imagine that was helping either. So what I am going to do, because this thing's popped off a few times, I'm just going to swap this over. So let me just show you what I'm going to use. Right, I've got one of these little it's like it's from Sourman. It's basically like a pump spares box. I don't know if you've seen them. I think Aspen do one, pretty similar. So I'm going to use these little spring clips to try and just secure the hose. I'm going to swap this anti-siphon, just swap it out for one of these ones. They've got the little barbs on the end, so I'll try putting one of these on with a couple of these little clips, just see if it makes any difference. But yeah, you get quite a bit in these little boxes. You get all the you know, like the drying outlet adapters, and then there's a lot of hose fittings as well. So yeah, pretty handy these are, to be fair. Get you out of trouble. Yeah, anyway, let's go and rebuild this pump, see if it works. Right, before I fit these, what I am going to do, I'm going to use one of these drain guns. I'm sure you've all seen these before, gallows guns, you might know them as. You get like a bung there, and then basically inside there you put like a capsule. So one of these, I think these are CO2. So basically, yeah, you'll put that inside the gun. Let me see if I can get it undone with one hand. I don't. So yeah, you just unscrew it like that, and then the capsule sits in there. You just screw it back down. Obviously, you just put the bung in and press, and it releases high pressure. Drain's unblocked. I've got the anti-siphon clipped on that end, so you'll see what it looks like. Look like that. Hoping that's going to be a bit better. It's not going to pop off anymore. So I'll clip the other end on, and then yeah, we'll clip that and give it a test. This is the tank now. I've put way too much in here, but I like to just put a little bit of water in the bottom of there just to help keep that float. We'll try and line that float up with the pump. I've got one of these little wash bottles, quite handy. So once you get your pump in, I like to just use this to chuck a bit of water down there and test it. So let's put some water down. We'll see if this pump is actually working or not, if it's shifting any water. Well, you'll see there, look, it's not really doing a fat lot, to be honest. It's been pumping away now for about 10 minutes and it's not really shifting anything. It's absolutely roasting as well, so I'm just going to pull this off and just have a look at this pump. I've just pulled this off because it was proper hot, so I just wanted to have a look, and well, geez, look at the bulge on that. You can see where, yeah, something's not quite right in there. Look, it's absolutely roasting, and you can visibly see how hot it's got and that bulge on there. So definitely gonna need a new pump on this one, but it doesn't matter, all the work I've done anyway. I'd have done that anyway, even if I'd have put a new pump on. So yeah, let's grab a new pump and we'll get a new pump fitted. I'm gonna fit one of these. This is a Sourman pump, just because that's what I had on the van, to be fair. I've only ever fitted one of these, so I don't know exactly how reliable they are or what they're like, but it's the same sort of style as the old Mini Lime, so you get that float look in the bottom of there. You get like, see that plug there, so the lead basically this lead here, look, you wire it in and then you get a plug on the other end. So if it fails in the future, you can just unplug it, plug a new one in. You get a few little fittings and stuff as you'd expect as well. So let's go and get this one fitted. Right, that is all fitted, tested, working. It's pumping the water away. I'll just throw a bit more in there, look, to show you. Shove a bit of water in there, and then hopefully that float there is going to rise. Come on. Right, it's going up. And there you go, look. That's pumped it down pretty quick, and to be fair, it's really quiet. Yeah, quite impressed with that, to be fair. So we've got that done. We've got that nice and clean now, so I'm going to button this one up, and hopefully now that is all good. We'll give this one a little test before I go, so I'll just switch it on. Batteries are going in this remote control as usual. Yeah, I'm just going to stay with this for a bit, make sure there's nothing else wrong with it. But it's lovely and clean now. Probably won't last for very long before it gets dirty again, but that's what you'd expect, to be fair, when you put these type of units in a kitchen. So yeah, I'm going to stay with that, tidy up. Not sure whether I showed you this. So this is obviously from Milwaukee to vacuum, and it's their M12 Vac. So see, I've got a 6 amp battery in there. Quite small and compact, so if you don't want to carry the bigger vacuums around, you get the attachment as you do with the other ones. It is a wet and dry vac, 2 speeds on there. So yeah, I've brought this little fella down, and I'm just going to clean some of this crap up all off the floor. But yeah, really handy, this little vac. I'm well impressed with it so far. So yeah, let's have a tidy up. We're back at the truck, and I thought I'd just show you some of the stuff I use, just in case any of you were wondering. So when I was cleaning, the degreaser I use is this stuff. So it's just an all-purpose cleaner and degreaser. So that's what I use on like the casings and stuff, and on the fan. Just diluted some just in one of these spray bottles, and then give that a spray. Then this stuff here, this is what I used on the indoor coil. So probably more for refrigeration, but you'll see there, look, safe for use in food storage and prep areas. So it is a coil cleaner. So I just used some of that. I've got one of these, it's like a snow foam gun. That's the model, if you're wondering. I don't think you can get this type anymore, but basically you can put whatever cleaner you want in there, pump it up, mix it with water, and it'll produce like a snow foam. Detailing brush, so these are just car detailing brushes. That's what I like to use to get in the nitty gritty bits. And then we have got like an old like a stiff nail brush, so that helps get all the crap off the fan. So that's what I use there. Now I'm leaving the video there, but it has been noted in the comments that I say, to be fair, far too often. So you know what, if you can go back and correctly tell me how many times I said to be fair in this video, I'll pick someone with the right answer, and yeah, I'll send someone something from Milwaukee. So put your guesses in the comments below, and yeah, whoever gets it right, you're in for a chance to win a prize. So one last time, to be fair.